Hey everyone, it's Anne Manera, and today we are coloring once again from Color Along Variety Coloring Book, Volume 19. I'm so excited. Today's October 10th, and I'm using oil pastels today. I haven't used these in a while. This is my Cray Pas Junior Artist set of oil pastels. I love these. They're so inexpensive. And what is cool about these is that they kind of work as a crayon in a way, but also can have a painterly effect. And today's topic... Let's see if we can pull them out of the pack here. Today's topic is Impressionism. Now, Impressionism is a style of painting that's been around for a very, very long time. And basically, different artists have been known to be Impressionist paintings like Claude Monet or even Vincent van Gogh, for example. And it's all about the brush stroke. It's all about the colors that he used, the brush strokes that he used, and being able to kind of pull back and... really kind of squint, and the brush strokes themselves, whether it's the closeness or the colors that are used together, will kind of create another color. So let me give you an example here. So first of all, let's see, we're going to start with this one here, and I'm going to just kind of color this whole area with kind of, now I'm not really coloring it as much as I am kind of doing scribble, little tiny strokes, okay? Now, see how this has a lot of different colors on here? I'm not really caring about that, because my little oil pastel is not very clean, but that's okay. And what's going to happen is I am going to now add another color on top of this. So I'm just kind of adding this, and you can kind of see, if you really look close, that there's some white areas, and that's fine, because I'm going to now add a little bit of green, and I'm just kind of adding it like I'm painting. Well, a little bit of stroke here, a little bit of stroke there, and just kind of, you know, adding a little bit here, a little bit there. Now, some of it is blending in depending on how much I kind of press down. Some of it is not. And I want to see the texture created by the brush stroke. So imagine that in your head, as you're coloring with these oil pastels, which also you could use crayons for this. Crayons work really, really well for this. Not so much colored pencils, but a crayon or a chalk pastel or Crayola Twistables work really, really well. Now let's take a little bit of light blue. Peel my paper off a little bit. And I'm adding that. Now I'm kind of mixing it. See how it just kind of mixes together a little bit with my light blue? Just kind of, it's a sloppy way of coloring, I gotta say. If I was using paint on this and I was looking at maybe a grassy field and I was looking at all the different greens. All right, so that section is done for me. I'm completed. I'm gonna say that, call that done. Now I'm gonna move on with some purple for this section here. And again, I'm just kind of, you know, scribble, not that big of a deal. Scribble. We should call this scribble. Just color along. But I'm calling it Impressionism. I've done this several times. It's one of my favorites. Again, scribble. And again, scribble. Okay, so now we've got to pick another color to kind of to go on the other side of it, right? So let's go with this, where is it? Goodness. This orange. It's a light orange out of the package, of course. It's no big deal. So again, scribble. Now, what color are we going to put on top of that? I think I'm going to put like a dark color, I guess. So scribble again. Just kind of, you know, a painterly effect. Let me know in the comments. Do you paint? Are you familiar with Impressionism? Have you ever colored in this technique before? Let's add some yellow to this now. And we're kind of going to focus on the areas that are already white, that I've left white. So there's my areas that I've kind of left white. There we go. And now for my purple section, I'm going to go with some blue. And I've got this color blue. Whoops. That brown looks like it definitely wants to be part of this, doesn't it? Hey, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Give this video a thumbs up and like this video. Every time, if you hit that bell, you'll get notified at every time You'll get notified at every time I post a new video. New color along videos get posted every Monday and Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time right here on my YouTube channel. And there are hundreds and hundreds of color along video coloring tutorials to watch. You could just binge watch. So this book actually ends in just a few days. We only have one more color along after this book, after today, and that will be on October 13th. The next one will post. But you've got to also remember that the next volume is going to be put up on November 7th is when Color Along Volume 20. I can't believe I've done 20 volumes of this book. It's incredible. And you can get the link to purchase Color Along Volume 20, which is only available on my website as a PDF or a printed version on my website. Only available on my website. So Color Along Volume 20, a special volume because it's the 20th volume. All right, so there's this part right here. This page can also be found in my book Frenzy. Has anyone? And it's kind of got big spaces too. So, I mean, this is a good page for people with low vision. I'm going to use some red mixed in with this part right here. And I'm going to leave my divider lines white because I really like how I'm seeing the contrast of all of it. And I don't plan ahead. Do you plan ahead when you're coloring as far as like what your plan your colors out? I don't. Even when I'm working on these videos, I do not really plan it out as much. I know the technique I'm about to do. I mean, that part I do know ahead of time. But as far as the tutorial videos and as far as when I'm working on it, I'm just kind of going with my gut, you know. I'm looking and saying, well, you know, what color would I like to use next? What color would look good with that? So it's all based on your own opinion. And a lot of people say they have trouble choosing colors, right? I've got a color palette book available on Amazon that is really a good tool to use. There'll be another one coming out soon, a different type of book. Probably not until after the first of the year, though. So again, short strokes. Short strokes. Now, I really like blue contrasted with orange. So let's kind of do some little bit of, you know, little bit of scribble, scribble here, scribble, scribble there. Now, if I put yellow in with this blue, it's going to turn it into green, or so they say, right? Look at that, it's working. Can you see how that's turning it into green? And that's really what happens with Impressionism. The strokes that are placed together, the brush strokes as the paint is placed on the canvas, is creating that color. So maybe, for example, Van Gogh saw a field of grass ahead, and rather than picking out the green, maybe he just popped some yellow and some blue onto his canvas to work on his painting to kind of create that color right there. Guess we'll continue that into the other sections of this. Now remember, this technique it's very forgiving because it doesn't worry, you're not worried about placement or pressure, or you're kind of like all over the place with it, right? Because in the end, we want it to kind of look like Impressionism. You can also, you know, I have a few coloring handbook tutorial books, and in one of the books, I'll pop a link actually to it in the description, in the comments of this video, in the description of the video, the description in the comments, the description, the comments, you know. Do you read the comments? I love when I hear back, actually, from all of you. When you watch and you comment, I read all the comments all the time. I know there's not that many, but I do read every single one. I was watching somebody the other day, and they were saying that they get 3,000 to 5,000 comments each day on their YouTube videos. Clearly, they have tens and hundreds of thousands of followers, or views. But can you imagine? That is incredible. All right, so again, scribble, scribble, scribble. We're just going to kind of continue on with this page while I just kind of, you know, don't want to get into the babble of stuff. Again, blue and green, and blue and yellow make green. So it's kind of a mixing thing going on with strokes, you know. I could go back in when I'm using oil pastels, and I could use my finger, and I could blend, 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 or I could use like a tissue or a paper towel, but for this, I am just doing this. All right, so there is that part right there. And then here. And that section's done. And I'm going to leave that divider line white. I really like how it looks as a contrast. And I think I'm going to go with some pink over here. And I'm going to put a little bit of some orange on top of it to kind of give it a little bit of something, something here. And then, what other color are we? This brown definitely wants to be heard, doesn't it? Sometimes we don't use brown. At least I don't. I don't know why. Brown, black, I don't know what happens. All right, I'm going to do every other for this. And then maybe I'll pop some yellow in with this brown. Kind of a non-traditional color. I mean, like, I think people don't really use brown. Do you use brown? Maybe I'm making a liar out of myself. Here's another yellowish color. This is more of a gold, actually. This color right here, but that's okay. So it's got like a natural look to it. And then again, some gold here. Have you been following my live color alongs on Wednesdays, live on Facebook, color alongs from my Just Be coloring book? Those have become really a lot of fun and really something that I look forward to every week. Every Wednesday at 10 a.m. live on Facebook. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, I hope you can join us, or check out the replay videos too that are on this YouTube channel. There's replay videos also. All right, let's use a little bit of this light blue. And some light blue here and here. Now, remember when we added the yellow? Made green, right? But what if we add some red here? And that will make purple. Or so they say, right? I always say that because you don't know what's going to happen. Yep, there it goes. It's getting kind of a reddish purple. And we could add a third color in here. Maybe add some pink in here. Scribble, scribble, scribble. Definitely a technique that's all about texture, that's all about blending of colors, that's all about just kind of releasing that creative side. If you're someone that's a little more structured and a little more like, oh, I'm not really sure if I should, you know, be that free with my coloring, or are you someone that doesn't really understand, you want to make sure you only color in the lines, and maybe this technique might not be for you, but I challenge you to give it a try. At least try it, and if you hate it, then at least you can say, I tried it, I hated it, I'm moving on. You know, sometimes it's like that. It's like with food. I tried that, I did not like it, not for me, wasn't good. I'm moving on. You know? All right. So then that finishes it. And that's complete. Done. Fini. Impressionism style. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. I'll see you next time.